Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, bienvenue, willkommen. Thank you so much for coming along today. This is our inaugural Raindance partnership and inaugural London Creativity Conference. Aidan, our conference manager here, who holds everything together with the mental equivalent of buttons and string and tape, he and I were looking up last night, and I think, is this our 11th? Or New York was 10th, right? So this is our 11th creativity conference, which surprised me. But being based in London, it seemed like a no-brainer to host. And I've known Elliot Grove, who founded Raindance and runs Raindance, for over 30 years. I was the second ever intern at the Raindance Film Festival. And at 19, I used to park his very large car. And I was too afraid to tell him that I hadn't really driven since I passed my test. But I never crashed it. We're very excited that we've got Elliot giving a keynote today. He's our second keynote today, and he's going to talk about what inspired him to get into film. I founded the Creativity Conference because I wanted to create an environment in which we could risk being children again. I don't know about you, but I think adulting is overrated. There's a lot that I love about it. Ice cream for breakfast, no problem. Depending on the day, champagne for breakfast, whiskey for breakfast. But I think that we often confuse seriousness with adulthood. And the truth is that everyone's winging it. We're all making it up. And if you can forgive yourself for winging it, maybe you can forgive others too. So I created this conference with the intention of inviting our speakers, we've got a lot of our speakers in the room here, hey everybody, of inviting our speakers not to speak about technology, techniques, workflows, business skills, branding, business development, legal issues, or even social issues. Instead, I invite my speakers to speak about their joy and what it is that inspires them so profoundly that they feel like they have no choice but to create something truly original, something that never existed before. And I ask our speakers to share what they've learned with practical, actionable, specific advice, so that this event is a wisdom exchange. Wisdom comes from experience, not age, which is very depressing. But we have some really, truly extraordinary speakers joining us today who have changed the world in lots of ways. I'm very proud to have them with us, and they're going to teach a lot. We're filming, so please don't swear. And I want to mention that on my list of things that we don't speak about, I mentioned social issues. I have a very serious reason for that, which is that I'm a huge advocate for equality, opportunity. I support a lot of organizations that seek to cause social change. But I'm convinced that the way our media, our government, our legislation, our education systems are approaching things like prejudice and isms, I'm just convinced that it's deliberately setting out to make things worse. It just segregates us, it separates us. The emphasis is on what makes us different to one another. And I think it's crucial that we focus on the ways in which we are the same. The human condition is absolutely universal, and the cultural differences we have are wonderful, a source of celebration. And so I curate diverse speakers and ask them to speak about being human. Which is not to say we shouldn't talk about those things. We should, but not every single time. Sometimes let's have a dad joke. Speaking of which, What do you call a man lying in a pile of leaves? Any takers?
Russell.
Yes, you get the prize. Russell. That's the best I've got. They don't get any better. I ought to not forget, of course, to thank all of our speakers. Their names are all on here, except our panel speakers that I'll mention when we have our panels. I must thank Aidan again, without whom this would not be a functional event. This is Aidan Rode. He's very smart. And he's the conference manager. I want to thank Raindance, Elliot Grove, Daniel Gordon, who is right there, who's been our main connection with Raindance. And I want to thank everyone here for giving us your time and attention.